Observe the boardroom table of global football governance, and the wood grain is splitting. These are the internal politics of FIFA in 2026. Gianni Infantino's administration recently reported its most successful financial cycle, generating $15 billion from the World Cup in North America. Shortly after those record revenues were finalized, Infantino traveled to Rabat, Morocco, for an emergency meeting to protect his presidency. He arrived to formally scrap a massive commercial initiative and issue an apology to the 211 member associations he leads. The opposition to his agenda came from the executive levels of the sport. The most powerful governing bodies in the game signaled they were prepared to walk away from FIFA entirely. A single commercial ambition triggered an institutional rebellion, exposing a governance crisis that has divided the sport's leadership. The plan centered on the FIFA Forward Enterprise, or FFE. It was designed as a separate subsidiary to manage the commercial rights of the World Cup and other major tournaments. Internal documents valued this new entity at $20 billion. To capitalize the company, FIFA proposed selling up to a 20% stake to outside private equity investors. Thrive Capital, an investment firm founded by Joshua Kushner, was identified as the prospective anchor investor for the group. Infantino argued that the sale was necessary to secure a new funding stream for the game, claiming the move would guarantee money for football development in every region. The incentive for the member associations was a $20 million payout, offered to each of the 211 nations if they approved the plan by a September deadline. This forced member associations to weigh the offer of immediate cash against the long-term governance of a non-profit organization. Resistance began in Europe. UEFA, the continent's governing body, rejected the FFE proposal immediately after it was revealed. All 55 European national associations signaled their intent to boycott the World Cup and all other FIFA competitions if the plan proceeded. Alexander Cheferin and the UEFA leadership stated that the World Cup belongs to the football community and cannot be treated as a tradable investment product. The rejection spread to North and Central America. CONCACAF opposed the deal, citing concerns over a lack of transparency and a rushed consultation process. The Asian Football Confederation joined the opposition, standing with Europe and North America in calling for a review of FIFA's decision-making. This combined voting bloc represents 143 member nations, enough to effectively halt the project. The financial promises failed to overcome a growing fear among these federations that they were losing their ability to oversee the sport's most valuable assets. While the public boycott gained momentum, the project faced a secondary collapse within FIFA's executive ranks. Carlos Cordero, a senior advisor to Infantino and a former banker, resigned from his post, calling the privatization plan a bad deal for the sport. A leaked internal email from Chief Operating Officer Kevin Lamore contained accusations of deception, describing the FFE as a unilateral project managed by a single individual. Secretary General Matthias Grafström distanced himself from the project in a staff-wide message, labeling the events as a reproachable series of episodes. By failing to consult his closest deputies, Infantino alienated his own administration, losing the support of the officials responsible for running the organization. The confrontation moved to Rabat, Morocco, for an emergency meeting of FIFA's leadership in August. In a leaked letter, FIFA's administration formally apologized for the errors made during the consultation process. The proposal for the FIFA Forward Enterprise was officially withdrawn and remains off the table. FIFA later announced that its management board had reaffirmed their support for Infantino's presidency. Major European associations and figures like Luis Figo have not accepted this show of unity, with several nations withdrawing their support for Infantino's re-election. Conversely, the Confederation of African Football and South America's CONMEBOL have confirmed their support for the current leadership, highlighting a geographical split in the game. This mutiny has left world football in a state of division. The question remains whether the sport is witnessing a temporary political crisis or a lasting breakdown in the system of global governance.